Alright y'all, I figured for today's video, I would go ahead and discuss this neat little topic. Ever since we had weapon crafting introduced with the Witch Queen, each raid that has followed that DLC, those being Vow the Disciple, the Reprise of King's Fall, and then the 6-man dungeon of Road to Nightmares. All three of these activities launched with all of their weapons having obtainable patterns that you could go ahead and craft the weapons once you got 5 of those juicy red borders. And whatever the reprisal raid that we're going to be getting in Season 22 is going to be no different. You know that it's going to launch with all of its weapons having craftable patterns as well. Now that's cool. That's all fine and dandy. You guys can go ahead and leave your 2 cents on weapon crafting as a whole in the comments below. Are you a fan of it? Do you think it's negatively or positively impacted the game since its introduction? Now, if we fast forward to the last season of the Witch Queen, aka season 19, Season of the Seraph, the third time the Ikelos weapons are introduced. However, this go round, everybody's favorite SMG, the Ikelos SMG, rolled with Volt Shot. Real quick, I just want to ask you guys, as I raise my hand like I'm in a fucking school classroom, when y'all saw that the Ikelos SMG have Volt Shot on it, how many of y'all just like speed ran getting that pattern as fast as you possibly could just to get your Volt Shot SMG? Because I'll be real with you, that was still the time before I was heavily on the trace rifle agenda. So I crafted that SMG on like the second or third day and used it for almost the entire season. Nowadays I don't. That was a total side note. You know what other weapons were reintroduced to us that season with new perk pools and craftable patterns? You know what I'm about to say. The Deep Stone Crypt raid weapons. Ooh, first of all, Deep Stone weapons, they got such a nice design to them. Just at least gotta give them their credit where credit is due. I'm pretty sure if you ask most people what's their thoughts and opinions on the Deep Stone weapons, most people are going to say they enjoy them and they think they're pretty good. Weapons like Heritage, Succession, and Commemoration are all still top of their class for their respective archetype of weapon. Heritage is still widely considered the best kinetic slug in the game. And I would definitely argue that Commemoration is the best Void LMG, at least for ad clearing scenarios. Retrofit's pretty nasty, but that's 4 times target lock, you know what I mean? Then you go ahead and fast forward to this season, Season of the Dry, give me some damn water! We had another raid have its weapons reprised with new perk pulls, and again, all the weapons return with their own obtainable patterns so that you can go ahead and craft them. This set of weapons being none other than the Last Wish raid weapons, which, honestly, bro, Apex Predator is a bait and switch rocket with reconstruction. Taking Force is an amazing fusion rifle if you never got the God Roll Cartesian coordinate that Banshee was selling. And Supremacy might be the only true viable legendary sniper in the game. Got some pretty good bangers in this set of weapons. So now we're at a point to where most of the raids have all of their weapons able to be crafted. In fact, the only 2 raids at the moment that do not have craftable patterns for their raid weapons is a Destiny 1 raid. In fact, the oldest raid ever. What the Glass, how you doing? And then everyone's favorite raid, Garden of Salvation. Now, the difference between these 2 raids is one of them has adept versions for their weapons, or time loss is what the Vault of Glass weapons are called. So that's something. You know, everybody was farming for a time loss Fatebringer at one point, me included. But obviously, Garden of Salvation is the oldest one without craftable raid weapons. And let me tell you why they haven't repriced the Garden weapons yet, and why when they inevitably do so, nobody's going to give a rat's ass. If you are a newer player, maybe you've never done the Garden raid before, well then allow me to show you this raid's loot table. You're going to notice something. When looking at the weapons, do you notice something that is what we would consider important to be missing here? Because something very important is not present in this picture. This raid introduced a grand total of 0 heavy weapons. I don't know why they would release a raid with no heavy weapons, but in 2019, they did. It's not like a raid layer either. This was a full-blown raid. No heavy weapons. What? And if you take an even closer look, you'll see that there's only 3 special weapons, bro. The fusion rifle, a shotgun, and a sniper rifle. There are 4 legendary primary weapons here, but we don't care about that, now do we? Pretty sure the only one that people would care to go about chasing a pattern for would be the Zealous Reward, because it is a Void rapid fire fusion rifle. I myself would definitely be intrigued by that weapons pattern. And that's it. That is it, dude. Maybe the sniper rifle, but it's gonna take a whole mountain to climb for that thing to be used. But the point stands, there's no heavy weapons. That is not an appealing proposition to propose to the player base. Who wants to farm raid weapon patterns when there's no heavy weapon there? I'm just being real. Hey, look, if you're a huge garden guy, you like the garden weapons, you do you. I'm keeping the stack. Not many people give a rat's ass about these raid weapons for a reason. Let me know your 2 cents on this topic down in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching this video. Any videos that you guys see from me up until Monday have all been pre-recorded and pre-made to cover myself while I'm at GCX. Just giving you a little bit of heads up because there's probably going to be a little bit less videos over the weekend, as I'm not at my computer to make any. If you are still listening to me ramble, damn, you are truly a goat. Y'all be safe out there. We'll see you in the next one.